Hello, how are you? This is Marisalde and welcome to this video. Today I will share with you some information about the grammatical devices, aspect, tense, and voice. Before starting, I will share with you my identification card because it's mandatory of the university. So here it is. And also I want to mention that this video is created only for academic purpose. So please, YouTube, download my video. Okay. First, we are going to try to explain what are these devices, aspect, tense, and voice. Additionally, I will try to explain how the aspect, tense, and voice configures a sentence, the grammatical device, the importance, concept, and difference between them, also which are the sub-elements of the grammatical devices. Okay, let's explain this with example of a word. The words will be the bricks of a wall, and the cement that gather all the bricks will be the grammatical devices. The grammatical devices help us to create concrete and clear sentences that have detailed information for a better communication. Okay, I will share with you information to illustrate in better way what I am trying to explain you, okay? So we have here, this is a concept map. We have here the three main devices that we are going to analyze, that is aspect, tense, and voice. Okay, let's start first with the aspect. Okay, what is the aspect in first instance? Aspect is a synthetical device that determines the action or event in the context of time. And the aspect provides information about of the action or event is ongoing, is completed, is repeated, or maybe it is habitual. For example, let's think about a bus in the station. Okay, someone can say the bus is in the station, but well, I have here a little bus. Thanks to the aspect, we can know exactly what the bus is doing in the moment. For example, the bus arrives to the station in this moment. The bus has arrived to the station 5 minutes ago. It means that comes from the past. The bus is leaving now at the station is something that is happening, going to the future. And also the bus leave the station 1 minute ago. It means that something that happened in the past. Okay, and as we can see here in this concept map, we have three main kind of aspects: the simple aspect, the progressive aspect, and the perfect aspect. So, okay, regarding to the first simple aspect, well, this uses the person as subject and determines if the verb is inflected by the tense of the number. It means that to the verb can be a ed if it is in the past form or the regular form, or s, and express a fact in context of time. For example, things that are happening in the moment. Okay, now I have here, well, it's not a plane, but it's something that also flies. So we have here in this example of simple aspect is the plane lands in the at the airport. So the plane lands. We are describing something that is happening in that moment. And also we have the option to describe simple aspects in past tense. For example, the plane landed at the airport. So we have here that is something that just happened in this moment, okay? Now, we have similar, the next we can see here is the progressive aspect. Well, this progressive aspect shows the action of the subject adding ing. It means the progressive form of the verb. And this express actions in the present that are continuing. However, also may express the temporariness of an event as its progression. Let's see some examples. The plane is landing at the airport. So the plane is landing is something that is progressive, but also we can explain with progressive aspect that planes traffic is increasing every year. We are talking about that something is having a progression. In this case, in this sentence, we have that the plane's traffic is increasing every year. So we have here what is the progressive aspect. The next is the perfect aspect. Well, this is express a complete action and uses auxiliaries like have, has, and had to indicate present perfect or past perfect tenses too. Okay, let's analyze one example in present perfect aspect. When the action starts in the past and also continue to the present, that is the present perfect aspect. For example, the planes have landed in windy conditions all the time. We are describing with this aspect something that is happening from the past and is continuing to the future, to the present, or we are describing the moment. And also we have in the present aspect, the past perfect aspect. Well, this explains action that the past events occurred and in consequence another past event occurred too. It's a little confusing, but that tries to show why an event happened in consequence of another event of the past. For example, the plane has crashed because the wind caused turbulence. As we can see here, the plane that is the subject and the verb crash is in past crashed because of the wind caused turbulence. So we have here two verbs in past form and the one depends on the other. So we have here a past perfect aspect and that as well we use this to describe moments in the past that were consequence of other moments in past form. Okay. Now, next I will try to explain about tense. As we know, well, tense is a syntactic device that determines when an action or event occurs in present, past, or future. For example, of the event, now we have here a little cat, the cat on the tree. Okay, what cat does on the tree? We can say this in past. What did the cat on the tree? We can say the same thing on future. What will do the cat in the tree? Okay. Now we have here three main divisions. That is the present tense, the past tense, and the future tense. Inside present tense, we also have another like present continuous that we see here in progressive aspect. In past, we have past participle and also in future. But we are just describing the three main forms of the tense. Well, the present tense is used to describe actions or events that happens in the moment. And additionally, describe routines or known facts. For example, the cat climbed the tree. That is an action that is happening in this moment. Okay, the cat climbs the tree. Our now under routine, the cat climbs the cat every morning. We are explaining that the cat all mornings, all the days, it tends to climb the tree. And also we have the cat climbs the tree and now that's a fact. It means something that we are describing that happened after an action. The first action is that cat climbs the tree, and then the cat meows when the cat is on the tree. Okay. Now in past tense, we use this to describe the past and finished actions or event. It is very important to consider that for past tense, is only for describe things that happen and finish in the past. The verb is used with the past tense form. It could be ed in regular verbs or irregular form when irregular verbs, okay? Now let's check some examples new with our cat. The cat climbed the tree. So we have here climb with ed at the end of the verb that climb and the tree. So the cat climbed the tree. And we have the similar as the past tense that show routine in past form. The cat climbed the tree in the morning. And also we have the fact, we can describe a fact in past. The cat climbed the tree and meowed. So we have here some examples to describe what is the use of past tense. And now, regarding to future tense, well, the future tense describe actions or events that will happen in the future that still haven't happened. Expresses possibility and sure facts. uses modal verbs as will, might, or shall. For example, the cat will climb and catch the bird. So it's a possibility. It could happen, or maybe won't never happen. So we pretend that when the cat climbs to the tree, it will hunt or will catch the bird. And the other example, we have the cat shall fall from the tree if the branches break. That is something that will happen because the cat will fall if the branch breaks because the cat has no surface to step on. So that we use the future tense to express possibility or to express sure facts. Another example, well, it's a little um, um, hard. For example, one day we shall die. Something that it's will happen is a sure fact. Okay. Now we have here the three main type of tenses. Okay. And now we are going to analyze the first element, that is the voice. Okay. Now, regarding to the voice, in grammar, voice refers to the relationship between the action of the verb and the subject, and also the influence that has that action on the object that participate in the sentence. Okay, let's take some examples. We have here an example, apocalyptic place, Call of the Mountain King tonight. Okay, so we have here a sentence in the present tense, called be, or also with a simple aspect. Okay, but thanks to the voice, we can know the relevance of the elements inside the sentences. Okay, we have three main voices in the division of voice, and so let's analyze these three main voices using the grammar. Okay. Now, the first one is the active voice. Well, the active voice in grammar shows the action performed by the subject that is terminated by the verb, as well as also shows the objects that receive the action to complement the sentence meaning. Okay. Now let's check here an example. We have Apocalyptica played Call of the Mountain King tonight. So we have here Apocalyptica is the subject. Played is the verb that influences on Apocalyptica. Call of the Mountain King is the complement, and tonight. So Call of the Mountain King is also affected by the action of Apocalyptica. Call of the Mountain King is, in this case, played. So now we are going to analyze the next voice, that is the passive voice. Well, the passive voice in grammar focuses in the objects that were affected or participated of the action of the subject. The verb and auxiliary form are in past form, and also always is going with the preposition by before the subject. Okay, now let's check here an example. Call of the Mountain King, that is the element, was played by Apocalyptica tonight. So we have here all that description said. First, we have the object, that is Call of the Mountain King, and that is affected. It means that was played, is in past, and also played is in past form. By, that is the preposition, and Apocalyptica, that in this case of sentence is playing the role of subject. So let's check the difference. Active focuses directly in the action of the subject, while passive voice is focusing more in the object that is affected by the action of the verb. Okay. Now we have a third kind of voice, that is the middle voice. This voice is almost not used so much because it tends to be something that create is sometimes called mispronounced or maybe ambiguous. That's the reason why middle voice is almost not used in grammar. However, middle voice in grammar highlights the action performed in the sentence. The verb may play the subject role, and sometimes the subject and the object are not relevant. So in this kind of voice, the action is the main focus, and also the action verb is written in past tense form. Okay, we have here an example related to the other sentence, that is a played song. That's all. Remember that in the sentences we are focused in the action that is play. In this case, apocalyptica is the subject and the object is Halloween Mountain King. So we have here that has no relevance about the subject, has no relevance about the object too. Just is focused in played song, play, that is the action. So we have here these elements of grammatical device, that is the aspect, the tense, and the voice. To conclude, it's important to mention the difference between aspect, tense, and voice. Well, to sum up, aspect helps us to build sentence with detailed information of what is happening, to avoid misunderstanding or ambiguous communication, because it not say informing about something that is ongoing or that finishes at the moment. Remember that the example of the bus is not the same to say the bus is at the station, the bus is arriving to the station, or the bus leaving the station. So aspect helps us to understand with exactitude what is happening in the moment. Regarding to tense, thanks to tense is possible to describe the events in context of time. It's almost similar to aspects, but with the main difference that tense describe actions in a specific intervals of time. Describe common actions, describe routines, or true statements. Without tense, we maybe shall speak like caveman. She to eat today. So thanks to tense, we can say she eats today, she ate yesterday, or she will eat tomorrow. Thanks to tense, we can describe the sentence, we can give information about something that is happening in a specific interval of time. And furthermore, voice focuses the attention of the sentences in the relevance of the subject or the function of the object, as well how this object is affected, or maybe just in situations. That is the case of middle voice. This helps us to make, I think that this helps us to make our speaking or writing more formal, because we are making emphasis on something that we want to communicate. Could be the verb, could be the subject, or could be the object affected by the action of the verb. So that is why voices is important in grammatical when we use grammar for writing sentences. In conclusion, we can say that the grammatical device, such as the aspect, the tense, and the voice, are very important to form coherent, concrete, and complete detailed sentences that improve the communication. And we as EFL learners should, to understand, should keep in mind, learn, practice, and apply these devices to make our communications more interesting and clear to understand. So, well, thank you very much for watching this video.